ladies and gentlemen. Today I'll be reviewing Last Night in Soho. Last Night in Soho is a psychological horror written and directed by Edgar Wright. Very well known for his films Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and Baby Driver. So, The Last Night in Soho. I saw this recently and I also saw it in theaters, but I saw it recently so I wanted to talk about it. But yeah, The Last Night in Soho. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the performances of this film. We got Thomas Mackenzie. She was in Jojo Rabbit. She did great. She plays this girl who goes to London because she wants to become a designer for clothes. And then she moves into this house and some psychological crazy shit start happening. She was just great. You can tell she's very sweet, very kind, but shit starts to happen in this film and you're like, oh my god. And you're like, fuck. And it definitely does the psychological horror very well. Her performance was just top notch. When she's terrified, you can feel it. Anna Taylor-Joy, she was great. She's good. She's great in the film. She plays this girl, which I don't want to spoil, but yeah, she's great. Matt Smith, he's an asshole in this film though. He's like this chauffeur that sees talent and tries to help them, but by the end, he's a fucking douche. He plays that character so well though. I thought Matt Smith did a fantastic job in this film as well. Old lady, she's great though. I thought she was fucking awesome. I love her. She's great, especially towards the end. She's awesome. The love interest is good. I actually like this love interest. Not an asshole. I really did like this character. You know, he's another character that I was like, oh fuck, don't die too. I thought he was great. I like his chemistry between him and the girl. He's just like he's one of those few people because you can definitely tell this London is a very fucked up place. If you live in London, I don't want to be disrespectful, but they shit on London. They be like, this is a rotten place. This is a rotten place. A lot of bad shit happens. A lot of weirdos. This film does weirdos very well. And very terrifying. That's one of the scariest parts of this film, really. Just the weirdos. The creatures and shit like that. The thing is, it's real. That's what makes it scary, because it's real. There's people like that. And the trauma that women go through every day because of that is just messed up. Especially in the point of view of, like, Thomas Mackenzie and Anna Taylor-Joy. It is terrifying. You're just like, fuck. Of course, there's the bullies in this film, but they're not important. I mean, yeah, they're there. Like, every now and then, they'll make a comment. Things like that. It's like, things like, I don't care. I don't know why they always have to add the bully. Especially when it's a kind, shy girl. There's always got to be a fucking bully there. There's always have to. Everybody did a great job. It's just the character of the bully just there's so many movies that have a bully. It's hard to, like, think, like, oh, it's a bully in a movie. Not much character just bullying the shit out of somebody just because they're assholes and shit. That's how it is. That's how it is. The directing is so damn good, though. One of the best parts of this film, of course, with the performance of Thomas Mackenzie, but the direction is exquisite. Edgar Wright and his visuals. That's what I expect from this horror film, is great visuals and this whole psychological visuals, and I thought it was great. I loved it. I love that whole visual thing. It's great. That's what makes horror great, is that eerie visuals that you're like, I love that. Edgar did such a fantastic job with it. The visuals are so great. The colors, the red and green type colors that are just so damn good. It's so eerie, especially in London during those times. It was just so cool. It was so cool seeing that, in my personal opinion. It was just really cool to see that era. It was like, and they did that era perfect. Nothing wrong with it. Music. Talk about Edgar Wright. We can never swing past music. I love the music in this film. I thought the music was great. The soundtrack was great. From the times and the eras, I love the soundtrack. Edgar Wright, when it comes to soundtracks, Edgar Wright does it damn near 10 out of 10. He always kills it with the soundtrack. Cinematography and shots are so good. Great shots. That's what makes this film. The shots, the directing, and that's what horror needs these days. It's just really good directors. And the writing too. I love the writing. I thought the dialogue was really good. I thought there's not shitty dialogue. I love the comedy when there's there. When horror things happen. The only flaws I'd give is when it comes to the horror, because you can tell Edgar's kind of new with it. Like, he's kind of new with the whole horror stuff. So when it comes to, like, him getting to the horror part, it's kind of like, you can definitely, he's new to it. He hasn't done a horror film. By all means, he's never done a horror like that. It's still great, though. But the jump scares and stuff, it's there. But what makes this film scary isn't the jump scares. And it's not even that jump scare either. And when it's jump scares, it's done pretty damn well. It's not like a loud bomb or some shit. It's done well, and it gets me. And I think there was like one jump scare that got me. It was like the first one. I was like, oh shit, I didn't expect that one. That jump scare got me though. I'd say that jump scare really got me. The first one, that shit was like, oh fuck, I didn't expect that. What makes this film scary is definitely just the story and the writing of the weirdos and this horror. I thought that was what made it scary. Not the jump scares, not stuff like that. It was just the story and the writing that made it as scary as it was, because it's terrifying, because people go through that shit all the time. And it's very terrifying. Costume designing was top notch. Score was really good. The chemistry between everybody was great. I thought everybody had a great chemistry. I had a great time with it. I thought it was a great film. It was definitely a film I'd definitely buy on Blu-ray. It's a film that I had a good time watching it in theaters. I wish I saw it more in theaters, to be honest, because it was just great. It's a great horror film. It's good. It's scary. So this film, without a doubt, gets a 4 out of 5 stars. The reason it doesn't get a 5 is the things like the bully, characters that are just bullying. And by the end, it gets a little crazy. By the end, it gets really crazy. I don't mind it, but it's like, if you would have kept it maybe like a little calm and cool, by the end it'd be cool. But by the end it gets a little crazy. That's my review for Last Night in Soho. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace.